Hello again. So now we are going to talk about Norwex. This company was founded 25 years ago by a man in Norway who just wanted to get the bugs off of his windshield. And it has molded into the company it is today, and it strives to reduce the amount of chemicals you use in your house by using this cloth right here. This is called the EnviroCloth, and all of the cloths will tell you what they are right on their label, which is great in case you forget, because they do have a lot of different cloths out there. So this EnviroCloth right here removes 99% of bacteria from a surface. Whatever that surface is, whether it's your kitchen counter or your bathroom or your hands or your face or your body, it will remove 99% of bacteria from whatever it is you're using it on. So most cleaners will remove 99.9%, but that's also a chemical. So I'd rather lose out on that 0.9% and use this cloth instead, and know that my kids can now lick the surface that I just cleaned and not have to worry about them ingesting any chemicals. So one of the great things about this cloth is that it's super absorbent. So right here I have 8 ounces of water, and this cloth is gonna go right in and absorb all of that water. The reason it can do that is because each fiber in this cloth is made out of 1/200th of a piece of your hair. So 1/200th of that is each fiber in this cloth. And here it is. It's actually looking for more water, absorbing all of the water in there. I don't think, okay, all gone. Just all in this cloth. That's 8 ounces of water gone. This is amazing if you have dogs and kids, because kids knock over dog water bowls all the time. So anytime I have a spill in the house, I get my EnviroCloth and I clean it all up. Whether it's on my floor or on the kitchen table, it does an amazing job. And that's another one of my savings. I don't have to use an entire roll of paper towels to clean up my dog water anymore. So I go through paper towels so much less frequently now that I have these EnviroCloths. I mean, I feel like I used to go through about a roll every week at least, and now maybe one every month. So huge savings there. The other awesome part about these cloths is that they contain backlock. And backlock is a Norwex trademark. It is silver, and again, all the cloths will tell you on there if they contain it. So there is silver embedded into these cloths, and silver is a natural antimicrobial substance. So when you're using this cloth, wipe up your surface. It just removed 99% of the bacteria. You take it to your sink, rinse it out, hang it up to dry. While it's drying, that silver, or that backlock, is going to work to self-purify these cloths. So they're not gonna get stinky or moldy or dingy because there's backlock in here, and it's helping to self-purify your cloth. So they don't, a cloth usually lasts me about a week before I'm like, it's about time to throw it in the wash. And I'll throw a load in my wash with all of my Norwex stuff all together once a week, and I'm good to go. Now, the best part about this is no more chemicals. I don't have multi-surface cleaner, Lysol spray, Lysol wipes, Clorox wipes. I don't use that stuff anymore. All I do is use this cloth. And have you ever read, if you have any Lysol wipes in your house or Clorox wipes, run and go get the jug. Pause me for a second, go and get it and read the directions on that jug. Because it says that your surface needs to remain wet for Clorox wipes for 4 minutes in order to disinfect the surface for 99% or 99.9% like the label claims. Lysol wipes, your surface needs to remain wet for 10 minutes. Now, I don't know about you, but anytime I've ever used those wipes, I'll use it on my kitchen counter, or I used to, and I would start, and by the time I got to the end, the beginning's already dry. So maybe 30, maybe 40 seconds of a wet surface. So how much was I actually even disinfecting? I have no idea, but it obviously wasn't the 99.9% like the label claims. So, I mean, I don't even understand how that can be possible. So all I do now is I use my Norwex or my EnviroCloth, and I wipe down my countertops. I wipe down my bathrooms with these. I wipe down my kids with these, which is what I'm gonna show you right now. I have my son's high chair, and I made a huge peanut butter mess on it, which I think is usually the hardest thing to get off of kids and their high chairs. So I'm gonna show you how I got the peanut butter off, but first, again, wiping off the high chair is one of the main reasons that I switched to Norwex. Wiping it off with my first daughter, poor Evie, I would use Lysol. and I would wipe it off to disinfect it so that any of the food particles or whatever didn't get all gross and moldy on her high chair. And then the next day she would eat off of that surface. And the one time I ate a piece of food off of her high chair and I was like, ooh, and you can taste the chemical because it leaves residue behind, because it's the other thing that it says on the label, that if you plan on using food on the surface or putting food on the surface that you just put Lysol wipes on, you need to clean the surface. Well, didn't I just clean the surface when I used the Lysol wipes? But apparently you need to clean off the residue before you put the food on it in order to not ingest the chemicals. But okay, so I never knew that. So I was basically eating Lysol for however many years of my life. But luckily Paxton has never had Lysol because of Norwex. So here is my huge peanut butter mess. And all I'm gonna do, all I have here is a wet EnviroCloth. I just got it wet. And I'm just gonna swipe it along here. And again, these cloths, the fibers are so small, it's gonna smear a little bit, but it takes so much of this off without any effort. And I'm gonna fold my cloth again. This peanut butter's been drying for a little while too, just so you know. And there we go. No more peanut butter, no more residue. And this is what I would do if he ate. I would come over here, I'd wipe his mouth and his hands off, and then I would do his high chair, and then he'd be on his way. So that's the other thing. When we're on the go, all I do is bring a EnviroCloth with me. Wherever we are, I have these little mini ones, the travel pack, that come with us everywhere, whether we go to the zoo or a park or a playground or the beach. I bring one of these, and before we are about to eat, I wipe them down, and this removes 99% of the bacteria from their hands. So other than putting hand sanitizer on them to get that off, and then literally I feel like they eat the hand sanitizer because you're like, oh, don't put your hands in your mouth, but that's the first thing they do when they're eating. They basically lick their fingers. They're licking off all that hand sanitizer that they just put on their hands. So now I just have them wipe off with these, and this also removes the dirt and the grime from their hands. So if you're at the beach and you're trying to disinfect them and get all of that gook off, like the sand, these cloths will take the sand off. With hand sanitizer, you put it on and and they're just moving around the sand. It's not removing the sand from their hands. Well, these cloths will, and they're amazing. So that's Norwex. This is the EnviroCloth, and this is our main product and our favorite product. But we're gonna talk about a couple more products, and I hope you fall in love with some stuff. If you have any questions or comments, just comment on this post and get the conversation going. See ya.